portfolio. Cool. Cool. Hello, welcome. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. This is 日本語の森. Welcome to the forest. We're doing some JLPT and 4 practice questions today. こんばんは. I have my emotional support grommet here with me. こんにちは. Thank you for coming. こんにちは. 20 days until the JLPT. Woo. So this week I'm going to be streaming on Tuesday and Thursday, and then next week Yuka Sensei will be streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I think she's streaming also the next week. So streaming a whole bunch up until the JLPT. Okay, I guess. 音が小さい. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Let me see if this is. Let me see if my sound is in here correctly. The microphone seems to be in. Maybe if I speak a little louder. I'll project to the back row. こんばんは. Should we get started? Do we want to start looking at questions? How is everybody's こんばんは? Thank you for coming. How is everybody's summer going? Oh, cool. こんばんは.こんばんは. Oh, before anybody asks, yes, my shirt is inside out and backwards. It's on purpose. Hello. Hey, Yuka Sensei. Look at my dog. It's so hot. めっちゃ暑い、本当に。毎日仕事まで自転車使って乗って汗かいて辛い。こんばんは. Okay, I guess let's just. Yes, dog from Korea. I was so happy I found him. I should have got the penguin too, but I ran out of money. Okay. Let's go for the first problem. Ready? This is a kanji reading problem. Blank がいいときにいつでも切ってください. Which one do we think it is? to go, to I, to go, to I. Okay, we got 1 for 3. Any other guesses? 1 for 1. Another 3. 1. Ooh, this is the trickiest. This is the hardest kind of problem. Okay, let's see. What's the answer? My little remote broke, so I have to do it manually. Ta-da! Okay, the answer is 都合。都合がいいときにいつでも切ってください. Right? So 都合, right, is like your availability, your convenience. So 都合がいい is that it's convenient for you. So whenever it's convenient for you, stop by anytime. Come visit. Okay, next one. この公園は私の部屋よりです。Every time we do these problems, I almost read it. I almost give away the answer. I'm trying my hardest to not do that. What do we think? 狭い、悪い、広い、良い。We got some for 3. Hiroi. Hiroi. Three. Okay, got a good consensus here. Let's check it out. Yes, hiroi, right? So this park is larger, right? Watashi no heya yori, so more than my room. It's more spacious than my room, right? So the park is like this big, and my room is like this big. The other things that we have here, if you want to know what the kanji are, I want to say most of these are like N3 or above, but I mean, you might see them, so I guess just for funsies. Warui. Yoi. Yeah. And then semi is the one that's like a dog, and he's like, yeah, okay. And then it's like the dog, and what is now kuru, but back then it was like, here, it's like, the origin of this kanji is so funny, because it's like, this is originally supposed to be like a person who's like being like pulled at on both ends by two different people. So it's like you're the person in the middle, and then the other two people are here, and they're like, halt! Who goes there? What are you doing? And then like your dog is here like, like he's alerted to the fact that you're being like closed in on. It's really cute. Anyway, yes, the answer is hiroi. Okay. 新幹線がそろそろします。出発、出発、出発、周発。Got one for 3, got another 3. 3. Excuse me. 4. 3. 3. Okay, let's check out the answer. Yes, so it is shupats. So this, it does have that, I mean, it's probably onyomi, hatsu, but then when it goes after this shutsu, it becomes tiny tsu pats, shupats. Yep. Pretty much all there is to say here, I think. Right? And Shinkansen. So, okay, right. So the bullet train, or Shinkansen, some people also just call it a Shinkansen in English, whatever you prefer. Ga sorosoro, so like it should come about now. Sorosoro is kind of like, it should be happening like about now. Like sorosoro ikanai to ikanai. Like, oh, I have to go pretty soon. Like it's about now, like around this time, like this thing is gonna happen. And then shupats, so it's taking off, right? So it's like everybody boards the train and the train takes off. Shupats, so it's like leaving, and then this is like a kanji that means like expelling outward. So the train is leaving and going full force toward its destination. Okay, next. この漢字はまだいません。使って、教わって、終わって、習って。Dum dum dum dum. What do we think? Oh, we got some 4s. 4s, lots more 4s. 習って。 Okay, we seem pretty confident about this one. And yes, the answer is naratte, from the verb narao, right? So I haven't learned narao this kanji yet, right? Mada yattemasen, haven't done yet. So I haven't learned this kanji yet. So the other things that we have here are tsukau, tsukau, and that's the one that's like that. And then owaru, we got the piece of thread, and this guy. And then this is like another reading for the kanji from oshieru. But like, I don't know what JLPT level it is, but it's definitely not this one. So you don't even have to worry about it, but you know, just for funsies. Osowaru. Yeah. Okay. 去年のにイギリスに行きました。冬、秋、夏、春。These are our 4 seasons. They sing Sherry Baby, but it's one. Feeling good about this one? For you? 1. Okay, yes, the answer is for you. Winter. Last winter, I went to England, right? Or the UK. Sorry. Right, yeah, so this is winter, this is fall, summer, spring, right? And these other guys, so aki, I believe it's like this thing that's like grain, and then fire, and then this one is like hyaku and I think like a pair of legs. Let me check my notes. Yep. And then this one is like, it looks like the kanji for otto, except there's an extra line here. And then this is a de, right? Yeah, and then a little de goes beneath haru. Does anybody have a favorite season? I like fall. I like to wear layers, but I'm not very good with extreme cold or extreme warm. I like to be like, I like a nice chill. And of course, who doesn't like autumn leaves, right? Okay, next up. 山に登った後、blank がとても疲れました。頭、目、足、体。Anything other than summer. I feel that so hard. Summer is like my least favorite. Like no shade to people who like summer. Some of my close friends love summer, but I'm just probably the weakest to heat. It's like I melt and I become unable to move. I'm like the witch in the Wizard of Oz, except if you throw a bucket of water on me instead of melting, I will praise you like God because it's so hot. Okay. All right, we have a lot of answers for 4. Okay, everybody seems very much together on this one. Yep, the answer is 4, karada, right? Body. So this is, after I climbed up the mountain, my body was very tired, right? Very exhausted. Karada. Atama is, we have a little bean shape next to, oh my god, what is it? Money? Right. Next to the lots of money shape. And then this is this guy. I like to think that this guy looks just like an eyeball with like eyelids, right? Like here's your eyelids and here's your eyeball. Kind of scary eyeball, but. And then this is the one that looks like this. You know, it's like a little person on a path. Like, that's how I picture it. It's like a little guy. Like, hi. And he's waving. Like, hey guys, and that's his foot. And that's the path. It's easier if you give them faces. That is not at all scientifically proven, but I like to believe it's true. Okay, next we have. Did I give the translation for that? I'm so off topic. Okay, yes I did. We're fine. Okay, しっかりと blank or blank 得てください。覚えて、迎えて、教えて、考えて。4, 3, 4, 4. 4. Give us a challenge. I mean, we'll see. Maybe when we get to the grammar. I don't know what everybody's like strengths and weaknesses are. I would be, wait, you know, let's take a poll. What is the hardest like topic in the JLPT for people? What is the hardest part for you? Like if you're taking the test, or if you have to take the test, or if you did, what's like the part that you're like, oh, I'm screwed, you know, like I can't do that one. For me, when I took the JLPT N1, it was like just straight up like probably like the vocab. Like the easiest for me was like the listening and reading, just because I guess I'm used to listening and reading like in Japanese, like documents. Like that's how I learned, I feel like I learned from like reading manga and books and whatever, more so than like actually studying like tango cho, you know, like studying vocabulary books. Grammar is my nemesis. Grammar is hardest. I don't know why like grammar is easier for me, but I guess it's because like I always do like I go through my textbook. Like I remember when I used kono isatsu de goukaku suru, I would go through and like all of like the little grammar explanations, I would write like the English version for myself. And I feel like once I thought of it that way, it would be like, oh, like this is how we'd say it in English. So like that's just like how I memorized it. I don't know if that's helpful at all. Okay, anyway, we got the answer for this one, right? Kangaete, right? Think. Please, think hard, you know? Shikkari, like do it the right way. Wow, so grammar is really tough for people. Yeah. Wonder if there's something we can, I'm gonna get the gears turning, think if there's anything I can do to help people more with that. Okay, great, so, oboete, this is remember, right? This is the one where it's like the 3 little hairs, and it's like in a house, and then it's to look. And then mukaete, this is like to go towards something. This is the one where it's like here's the guy and he's like that, and then this guy is like sitting, and then it's on a path. Right? Yeah. Mukaete. And oshiite, we saw this earlier. This was the same kanji from before, where it's like it's very similar to this one. It's like the guy, and then here we have the child instead of what's happening here. And then we also have hands. Okay, next up. いつもスマートフォンで天気を見ています。こほう、こぼう、予報、予防。3, 3, 3. 3, 3. Wow, we're flying through this. All right, you guys are going to ace this part. Are people taking the JLPT? Do you feel prepared? Good luck, you know. About 20 days left, like about 3 weeks. Still got some good review time to get in. Okay, yoho, right? So this is the weather forecast, right? Forecast. The weather forecast, yoho. Oh yeah, I always check the weather forecast on my phone. Okay. 昨日の夜は早く寝ました。So now we have to figure out which one is the right kanji for this. That's rough. One. Oh my gosh. So fast. Okay. Good work. Yes, this is yoru. This is, I believe this is armpit, waki. Armpit. This is ban, like konban, tonight, or like bangohan, right? So it's basically, evening. Ban. And then this is, it'll show when words like menkyo, right? So basically, it's like men something. Okay. Last night I went to bed early. Okay. Tokyo wa koutsu ga totemo benri desu. What do we think? Koutsu. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we got some twos. Two, two, two. Are we ready for the answer? Okay, yes, the answer is two. This is koutsu, right? This is like intersecting, right? And then this is like going through things. So it's like, this is how we, well, this is the word that you would use for like traveling from point A to point B, for example, like taking the train or the bus to get from like work or something, or like to get from one end of the city to another part of the city. So traveling, for example, using public transportation in Tokyo is very convenient. It's very easy to get around. This is what we'd see in the word gakko, or koko, for example. And then this is do, or michi, right? So that's also a word for like path. Okay. 私の犬が帰りを待っていました。Oh, we got some fours. It's a fours. I think we're feeling pretty confident about this one. Bam! You're right. It's this one. Yes, matte. So it's very similar, as you can see, to some of these other kanji. Specifically this one, which is motte. This is like holding something or having something in your possession. The way I like to think about it is this little guy over here, this is just like a slightly different version from the kanji for hand, te, right? So since you hold things in your hand, this is hold, motsu. Whereas this symbol means, or it comes from iku, right? It's related to iku. And this little piece itself, it means like, it's like you stop on the path from going, but then essentially because it became used in this kanji, it has the meaning of like go. But so because it's here in matsu, I like to think of it like don't go, wait, right? And then this kanji here is temple, right? Like otera, tera, it's a temple. So I kind of think of it like don't go, wait at the temple, right? So this is wait, matsu, right? Watashi no inu ga, my dog is waiting for me to return, right? Waiting for me to come back. Watashi, kairi. And then this is time, right? So ji, or toki. And five we're doing on Thursday. Where? Here we go. I forgot my clicker's broken. Okay. 彼女はアメリカで働いた経験があります。What do we think? This one's a little tricky. Yes, Thursday. Be there or be square. Of course. Okay, three. Okay, 3. Okay. Really nailing the vocab words today. Here we go. So yes, this is keiken. Yeah, I mean, what else can we say about this one? I mean, so this kanji is like light, like karui, you know, karui. That's what this kanji is from. And this little guy here is a car, right? Kuruma. So it's like a car, and I like to think of it like a car isn't light, is how I remember that, like, this one is a thing, right? And then and then this comes out in the word I think it means steep, like like a hill, right? Like it's hard to climb, it's steep. And it comes out in the word kiken, like dangerous. So those are the two different kanji that are appearing here that aren't used for keiken. What is one? I don't know if this specifically has a meaning. For these types of problems, sometimes like two kanji that don't actually form a word are slapped together, but and is this a question? Kairi o matsu? Is that the question? I think it's like nani nani o matsu. Like you can use. Like I wait for something to happen, so it's like that thing is the object, kind of, if that helps. Okay. お腹が空いたのでカレーを作っています。Recently, every time I make a video and I use the verb like taberu or tabeteiru, I always do this motion, as if I'm like eating cereal or porridge or something. Eating. Okay, lots of ones. Lots of ones. Wow, okay. Yes, this is it. Tsukuru, to make. I'm hungry, so I'm making curry. Good job. This is to know, right? Shiru, shiteiru. This is toru, right? To like take something. And this is, we saw earlier, tsukao, right? To use something. Here we go. Okay. 出かける前にドアを閉めてください。What do we think? One. One. Lots of ones. Okay. Slay. All right. Yes, this is to close, right? Shimeru. So before I leave, I shut the door, right? So before I I exit. Before I walk away from the house with the door open, I shut the door. So this is, the way I think about this, so like this is to close and this is to open, right? So the way I tell the distinction is that this little guy, I like to think of as like, I'm pushing a gate open with my two hands. So it's like, here's like my two hands. This part is like my two hands. And this is the gate. And I'm like pushing it open like, wah. And then this reminds me of the katakana o. So I think of it like, when the door is shut, stand outside and go, oh, until they let you in. This is yami. This is darkness. It shares this, like, this kanji means sound, but when you add this little day symbol to it, it becomes darkness, right? Or, you know, dark, dim, gloomy. Yes, so darkness. And then this is kiku, right? To listen to something or to ask a question. Okay. あそこの壁にポスターをブランクください. What do we think? The rules of Japanese case of kairyo. Verb nominalization. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. Because it's like, I guess there's multiple ways to nominalize a verb. So it's like, because it's like, there's the version where the verb itself can, like, you just cut off the end and it's like, 例えばなんか、cookie zukuri, right? So making cookies, right? So it's like just by changing the do to a ri, same thing here with kairi, it like becomes a noun, but then also there's the one where it's like kaeru, なんかkaeru koto, or like kaeru no o とか, and then that also nominalizes it. So yeah. Language be crazy. Language is so crazy, especially English, because there's just like, there's no rules. I mean, like, there's rules, but they're not consistent at all. Anyway, we all think it's number 2. Here we go. Yes, hatte, right? Haru. To like paste, to put it on the wall like this. So like haru. The kanji is kind of like, it's kind of like to like spread. It's kind of like a pulling, like this kind of motion. And so it's like take the poster and like that. Sawaru is to touch. This is tate from tatsu, to sand. And then this is nuru, as in like to cake or like paint or like put on something like sticky. So like pinky on nuru, right? So paint, put the paint on, or like meiku on nuru, right? So put on makeup. Kesho nuru. Okay. その映画は世界中の人たちにブランクがあります。興味、人気、便利、歴史。Two. All right, slay. Okay, let's go. Ninki, yes, ninki ga aru. It's popular. So that movie is popular with people around the world. Kyomi is interest, like something is interesting to you, you're interested in it. Benbi, we saw before, that's convenient. And rekishi is a noun, which means history. Next up. Ding. Okay. Blank が痛いので声がうまく出せません。This is me right now. Gonna drink some water. Threes, seeing threes. Nice work. Okay. Yes, nodo, throat. My throat hurts. 喉が痛いので声がうまく出せません。I can't like speak well. Like my voice won't come out very well. Like I can't speak very loudly or anything like that because my throat hurts. This is elbow, right? This guy. This is lower back. This is where my pain is, in the lower back. And kami, hair. The pronunciation for this is so difficult. It's like, because it's like kami is God, right? Kami-sama. And then like paper kami, but then also hair kami. I can't even say it right, but like they're both like you keep the same tone. You don't go up or down. Oh, okay. Next. Getting 十字を blank らこの場所には入れません。比べたら 過ぎたら、渡ったら、動いたら、神様、JLPT がうまくいけるように。2番. And these are really easy for you guys. It's easy, it's too easy. Okay. 10時を過ぎたら、この場所には入れません。So when it is past 10, once it becomes past 10 o'clock, you can't go into this place. You can't enter. Right? So this is 過ぎる, to go past. Right? So like time passes, or you went past something, like your train passed, like, what was it again? Like a what was it? 乗り遅れるじゃなくて I forgot. Don't worry about it. 比べたら this is to compare. 比べる 渡ったら this is 渡る so this is like to pass over something, like to pass over a bridge, for example, to pass through an intersection. And then this is move, right? 動く Okay. 食事のがいい人はかっこいいと思います。データ、マナー、コミュニケーション、ルール。I think we have some twos. I don't know if these are from the previous answer or from this one. Okay, mana. Okay, so we have twos. Twos in the chat. Yes, mana, right? Manners. So people who have good manners at meals are cool. I think, or they're cool. I dropped the pen. I promised myself I wasn't gonna drop the pen this time. I feel like I can't get through a live without dropping the pen at least once or twice. Right. Yes, so people who have good manners at meals, I think they're cool. I think they're, they're attractive, they're handsome, they're whatever. They're cool. Data, right? Data is data. Data, whichever you prefer. Again, English doesn't have a rule about it, so anything goes. Communication, right? Communication. So people who have good communication skills. And then ruru, right? Just rules. Just rules. So I think people who have good table manners, right? Good on this one. Everybody got it? Let's go. Okay. なくした靴下をすぐ見つかりました。調べたら見つけたら直したら探したらThoughts? Guesses? How we feeling? My mom has a special strategy for not losing socks. She uses those little like pin things, like the ones that are like that, and it's like there's like this part, and then you like open the pin, and she pins her little socks together. It's pretty smart, but I feel like I always end up stabbing myself with those pins by accident, so I don't use them. I just let the socks do what they'll do, even if they run away. Okay, 4s and a 3 and another 4. Let's check it out. We're a little bada on this one. Okay, yes, so it's 探した. So なくした靴下を探したらすぐ見つかりました. So it's like once I started looking for my lost sock, I found it immediately, right? I found it right away. This is like to investigate, to research. It's less of like, or like, I guess you could use it for like looking for clues or something, but sagasu is more just like the act of physically like looking for things. Whereas shiraberu is more like you want to find information or like the answer to something. Mitsuketa, again, it's the same thing as here, it's find. So it would be kind of weird to say, once I found my sock, I found my sock. So that's not right. And then naosu, this is to fix. Once I fixed my sock, I found my sock. Okay, good work. Safety, yes, safety pins. Thank you, I forgot what they're called. Yes, to look up, shiraberu. To look up, like on the interwebs. わからないことがあったら blank 伝えてください。伝えてくださいね。随分、はっきり、大体、かなり。What do we think? Let's try and go rapid fire through these ones, because if you haven't even gone to the grammar yet, that's probably going to be the more hard part. Let's see what we can do. 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, はっきり, right? So this is clearly, right? So this is わからないことがあったらはっきり伝えてくださいね. So clearly tell me, like don't hesitate, just like say it outright, don't pause, right? So はっきり is like, it has both the meaning of like say it clearly and like don't hesitate to say it, right? Just come right out and say it, right? Don't beat around the bush. はっきり. 随分 is like well, like very well, like 随分の良くなりました, right? Like I got much better. 大体 is for the most part. Like 大体直した, like I fixed it for the most part. And then かなり is also like very much, like かなり難しい. It's like it's pretty difficult. Ding. Okay. 昨日の試合の blank はとても良かったです。成功、結婚、満点、結果。What do you think about this one? Dun, 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 dun. 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 4. Bada bada. I wonder which one it is. Let's find out. Ta-da! Okay, 結果, right? So the result. So the result of yesterday's game was really good, right? So it was a good result. This is success. So the success of yesterday's game was really good. I guess, what do you call it? Like, results can be good or bad, right? But a success, it's good without you having to say it's good. So I would say it's a little, what's the word? What is the word for when you do a thing, but it's overkill? Like, there's no need to say that a success was good because that's the definition of the word success, you know? It's a good thing. That, like, it's a thing that went well, you know? Counterintuitive? Redundant. Thank you. Thank you. Slay, 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 multilingual geniuses. Okay, 結婚. This is marriage, right? To get married. And manten, that's like full marks, full points, right? So like 100% or A+, you know? Okay, next type of problem. This is the one where you have to find the sentence that is most close to this meaning. So we have 女性が向こうに立っています。男の人が向こうに立っています。若い人が向こうに立っています。女の人が向こうに立っています。お年寄りが向こうに立っています。What do we think? These are the different parts. Three. Okay. Na, yes. 女性. That is a woman person, right? Jill. And then, is it heart and birth? This looks terrible, but don't worry about it. It says josei. And then onna no hito, right? It's a lady. So a woman is standing over there. This, we know, this is a man, right? Otoko. This is a young person, which they don't say whether the lady is young or old, so we can't say. And then again, this is an old person. Again, this sentence doesn't tell us the age of the person, so it's number 3. What about boy, right? Otoko. Let's think. It's like power and like a rice field because he's using his strength to mill the rice, I guess. 昨日、弟は喜んでいました。弟は心配そうでした。弟は眠そうでした。弟は嬉しそうでした。弟は優しそうでした。Three. Okay. Nice. Yes. He looked happy. 嬉しそう。Right? 嬉しい、嬉しそう。Looked happy. This is he looked worried. This is he looked sleepy. And this is he looked friendly. He looked nice. And then here, 喜ぶ, that's to be happy, right? So he looked happy. He looked happy. Okay. 私の兄はおしゃべりが好きです。Another nominalized verb. Okay. 話をするのが好きです。早く走るのが好きです。本を読むのが好きです。お酒を飲むのが好きです。We got some twos, we got some ones. 話をするのが好きです。Yes, so they like talking. おしゃべりが好きです。Right? My older brother likes to talk. Okay. Likes to run fast. Likes to read books. Likes to drink alcohol. Okay. 後で先生に頼みます。先生に説明します。先生に発表します。発表します。先生に注意します。先生にお願いします。ありがとうございます。4. 4s. Nice. Okay, 頼む, right? To entrust a task to somebody, to ask them to do something for you. Same thing as お願いします, right? To ask somebody for a favor. You make a request of them. Right? So I'll ask the teacher after. 注意, that's like to warn or to be careful, but in this case it's probably I guess it's to be, I'll be careful of the teacher. Maybe scary. This is to make a presentation, right? To announce something to people. And this is to explain. Next up. あのおばあさんにお礼を言ってください。ありがとうと言ってください。わかりましたと言ってください。おめでとうと言ってください。久しぶりですと言ってください。Okay, we got a 1. We got a 1 and a 1. 1. Okay. Great work, right? お礼. A thank you. ありがとう. That's thank you, right? So we're going to say thank you. Please tell the old woman thank you. This is I understand. This is congratulations. And this is it's been a while. Haven't seen you in a while, you know? この学校にはいろいろな規則があります。いろいろなレポートがあります。いろいろなスイッチがあります。いろいろなルールがあります。いろいろなデザインがあります。Okay, we got some 3s. We got more 3s. Okay. Cool. Yes, ルール, right? 規則. Rules. ルール. Rules. Reporto, this is like a written report or like an essay. Switchy. This can be like a literal like light switch, for example, or a switch that turns things on and off. Oh my god, how do you draw a light switch? Looks terrible, don't even look at that. It could also mean the console a switch, but they'd probably write that in English, I guess. And then design, literally sonomama. Design, a design. Okay. 明日ここで会いましょう。 明日ここで会いましょう。夕方ここで会いましょう。今日ここで会いましょう。朝ここで会いましょう。Keep almost falling off this platform. Hazards. Okay, one. Okay, fantastic. Yes. Asu and ashita. Both different ways of reading. This guy. Right? Tomorrow. Let's meet here tomorrow. This is the evening, this is today, and this is the morning. Okay. 彼らはニコニコしていますね。彼らは怒っていますね。頑張っていますね。困っていますね。笑っていますね。Four. Okay. Sweet. Okay. So they are smiling or laughing. And here, nico nico, that's all smileys, right? Yay! That's like such a scary smile. So they're smiling. This is they're angry. This is they're really working hard. They're trying their best. And this is they're troubled. They're having a problem. Great. 熱がある. So this is how to use the phrase correctly in the sentence. 昨日から具合が悪くて熱があります。12月なので熱がある食べ物が人気です。部屋は熱があるのでエアコンをつけます。コーヒーが入ったコップは熱があるので触らないでください。Yep. Number 1. 熱があります. So the phrase 熱があります is really only going to be used to talk about a fever, like the sickness of having a fever, right? So your physical being has a fever, right? So since yesterday, I feel sick and I have a fever. Here is, so, what was I thinking? Okay. In December, I want to eat, probably it would just be like atsui, like, or atatakai. Right, so I want to eat warm food. You could use, or hot food. You could use one of these. I want to eat, like that kind of food is popular. And then my room is hot, so I turn on the air conditioner. So hewa wa atsui. This is a different kind of atsui. This is like the temperature feeling atsui. And then kohi ga haitta koppu wa netsu ga aru. This one is also going to be koppu ga atsui, right? It's the same atsui as this atsui. So don't touch it, right? The cup with the coffee in it is hot, so don't touch it. Ding. Okay. Komu. 頭が混んでいたので簡単な問題を間違えました。この店はいつも混んで中がとても混んでしまいました。細かいお金が増えたので財布が混んでいます。Okay, we got some ones. I'm guessing these are ones. New answer, right? One. Okay. Slay. Gasp. It's two. Gasp. Okay. So what's happening here is komu is used for like gatherings of people. Probably like gatherings of people, living things. This is oh, I was reading about this earlier. What did I say it was? Ippai. So we can use the word ippai in replacement of like all of these other answers. So like this kind of imagery is similar. So I think it's easy to get confused. But like atama ga ippai, right? So there's a bunch of things in my brain is what you can say instead of this. So atama ga ippai no de kantan na mondai o mochigaemashita. I messed up on a simple problem because My head is just so full of other things. And then here is, the shop always has a lot of people. It's always crowded. And that's why we should go early. And then this is, I ate ramen and I ate cake and now my stomach is full. So, お腹がいっぱい. And then, 細かいお金, so that's small change. I really, like, it increased. I have more of it. So now my wallet is full. 財布がいっぱい. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, there's so many problems on the JLPT. 1 or 2, don't even worry about it. We're looking to pass. Passing is winning. Okay. 故障。皿が割れて故障しました。古い冷蔵庫がさっき故障してしまいました。お腹を故障したので病院に行ってきます。サンダルが故障したので昨日捨てました。Okay, we got some twos. Lots of twos. Okay, good work. Yes, the answer is 2. So my old refrigerator just broke. So it's just like completely not, yeah, it just broke. It's not working anymore. It's not functioning. Not functional. Functional or out of order. It doesn't work, right? So 故障 is what we use for like machines not working. These other things can pretty much be used, you can pretty much just say like 壊れた, right? So like it just broke, you just use that verb. This is, you could say お腹を壊した, 壊す. Right? It's kind of a fun term. It's like I broke my stomach because I ate so much. Or like I hurt my, it's basically I hurt my stomach. This is also like サンダルが壊れたので I threw it out. And there's also the plate broke in half. The end. 割れる. Okay. 逃げる. ペットの猫が窓から逃げてしまいました。カップを落としたのでお茶はほとんど逃げてしまいました。電車が逃げたので間に合いませんでした。服のポケットから携帯が逃げてしまいました。Dun dun 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 dun. We got some ones. Ones. Okay. Lots of ones. Okay, let's check it out. Yes. 逃げる. So this is to run away. The kitty ran away from home out of the window. He escaped. Right? So it's to escape or to run away. Now, this should be used for things that like are living beings that are physically capable of running away, right? So like all of these things are talking about inanimate objects. So they don't have legs, they can't run away. I mean, even living things that don't have legs can run away. I guess like a snake can run away. But basically, if you're living, you can run. If you're not, you can't. Okay, so my pet cat escaped out the window. Dun dun dun. Poor kitty. Wait, he looks happy. Okay, make him sad. Sad kitty. Okay. I dropped the cup, so like the tea spilled out. So you could say like a kobosu. Koboshite shimaimashita. I spilled the tea. I spilled the tea. Okay. The train left, so I didn't, like a densha ga, ita. The train left, so I didn't make it in time. And then something, my phone fell out of my pocket, right? Keitai ga ochite. Ochite shimaimashita. It fell. It fell out of my pocket, right? So this is all, my money ran away. Yeah. Okay. この傘はとても大きいから雨の日便利です。Okay, we're into grammar now, guys. Duck and hide for cover. Just kidding. We can do it. Particles are my favorite. It's like once you understand them, they're like compelling. it's so like, there's so much imagery, you know, with particles. It's like getting on things and into things and like doing things with people and like all like the different uses of them, which is interesting. Okay, we got some ones. Yes, the answer is ni, right? So here we're using ni to mark when an event takes place, right? So we say it happened on this day, ame no hi ni. So this umbrella is very big, so it's convenient on rainy days, right? On. Next up. 昨日、風邪、学校を休みました。What do we think? Oh, we got some threes. All right, let's check it. Yes, the answer is de. So here, de is being used to show like a reason. Like, if you studied like, you know, te form, then you know that nouns such as kaze also have a te form, and that would be noun de. And when you use the te form to connect a sentence, it can have the meaning of like giving a reason for something, you know, like cause and effect. So because I caught a cold, I was absent from school, right? And so that's why it's kaze de, right? We're giving a reason for why we're absent. Okay. Super de, right? So it's happening in a supermarket. お客さん、石鹸がどこにあるわかりますか？店員、はい、あそこの棚にあります。Okay. Yes. Ka. So this is our embedded question, right? It's a question within a larger question. So we have, so we're at a grocery store. The customer says, do you know where the soap is, right? So where is the soap is our question inside, right? Doku ni aru ka? And then the outside question is, do you know? Do you know where the soap is, right? And so in order to make that embedded question, we end with plain form followed by ka. Yes, it's over on that shelf. Okay. Next up. 明日はどこかに行くんですか？はい。家族とドライブに行く予定です。What do we think? 晴れたら晴れたり晴れるのはWe got some twos. All right. Oh, picture go back. Okay. Nice. See, you guys are good at grammar. This is fine. Don't even worry. Okay. Yeah, so this is tada, right? This is like the conditional form, right? Like if then that we can use to talk about like theoretical statements, right? Like if this happens, then, you know, maybe we'll do this. So are you planning to go somewhere tomorrow? Yes, if it's sunny, I will go for a drive with my family. That's the plan, right? So haretara, it tells us that we're saying if this is the case, then we'll do that. This is just a regular past form. This is what we would use with tari suru, which is how we list multiple actions. But the grammar like doesn't work out here because it would have to be like haretari, but like you also like, I don't know if you would use this verb with tari because it's not an action that you're doing. I don't know, maybe if you were like making a sentence about nature doing things. Anyway, and then this is nominalizing, right? So like 晴れるのは so like when it's sunny, I think that's great, you know? Okay. ケンジ様、友達にパソコンを怒っていました。What happened, Kenji? Okay. 壊して、壊しても、壊されて、壊してくれて。だんだんだんだらだんだん。Okay, we got a 3. We got a 1. What do we think? We got 4, 3, 3, 4. Whoa, I almost fell off the platform again. Okay, so we're a little divided. Let's check it out. Okay. In all fairness, this is a tough one. This is probably, like, when I was at this level, this is one of the things I probably had the most difficulty with. So this is the passive form. So our subject, Kenji, something was done to Kenji, right? So somebody did a negative thing to Kenji. And who did that thing? Well, it was his friend. So what happened here is that his friend broke Kenji's computer. So, like, here's Kenji. And here's his friend. Here's K for Kenji. Here's F for friend. Wait, that's so funny. Kenji and friend. Do you guys read 20th Century Boys? That's like so funny. Anyway. So the friend broke the computer. And what's happening in this sentence, oh yeah, and so Kenji got mad. But so what's happening in the sentence is that from Kenji's perspective, a bad thing was done to him because his friend broke his computer. So it's almost sort of like in English you'd say like, oh, like he broke my computer on me, right? Like he did that to me. It was a negative thing he did to me. So what's happening here is we go so we have kowasu, right? That's dictionary form. And then in order to make it passive, this su becomes sa, and then we add reru. Kowasarete. So the friend broke the computer on him. He got mad. Next up. Okay. 新しい本を買ったんですね。blank 本ですか？日本の歴史の本ですよ。なんで、何の、何が、誰の。Okay, we got some twos. Oh my gosh. Passionate twos. Yes. Nanno. What kind of book, right? Nanno. What? And then no is the particle that we can use to describe exactly what kind of thing something is. So what kind of book? It's a Japanese history book, right? Blank, no hon. It's 5. Love the creativity. Okay. Yes, so I see you bought a new book. What kind of book? It's a Japanese history book. Okay. 遅くなりました。すみません。大丈夫ですよ。私も今来るところです。来たところです。来るでしょう。来たことがあります。なんだららんなん。日本語の森の本です。なんだららんなん。Toes, toes, toes. Okay. Yes. 来たところ. So I just got here, right? I just came. So like verb past, ところ is like I just did, right? So it's I just got there. And for example, if it's like dictionary form, ところ, like 来るところ, that means that I was just about to do something. So it's like I haven't done it yet. But since we already are here, obviously, because we're talking to the person, I just got here, right? I just came. So sorry I'm late. It's fine, I just got here. again, so 聞いたことがある, this is talking about I've been here before. That's our experience. And then this is like I'm coming, right? Like I will come probably. But again, the grammar doesn't make sense in the context. So that's how we get number 2. Okay. Da 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 da. 私はいい大学に blank ために朝早くから勉強しています。入れる、入る、入ろう、入っても。Okay, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 2. Many twos. Okay, let's see. Yes, the answer is 2. So, in order to get into a good college, I study from the early morning, right? So what's happening here is we have this like verb, verb dictionary form tame, and this expresses like I put in the effort to do this thing in order to receive this result. Now there's another phrase which is like potential verb, so like できるように, like for example, いい大学に入れるように, and then the thing that comes here would be not a concrete example of what you're doing, but more of like a vague kind of example. So it's sort of like when you use tameni, right? So verb dictionary form tameni is when you say I specifically do this action in order to receive the result I want. Whereas dekiru yoni is you're not making a concrete step toward your goal. It's more like you're just saying like I'm gonna like act more this way. It's hard without like a specific example. But basically it's like if you're pointing to an actual action that you're doing, then you're probably going to use verb dictionary form tameni. Yeah. Okay. 教室 today, right? In the classroom. 明日テストは11時に始まりますから、blank. 遅れないようにしてください。遅れるといいですね。遅れないといけません。遅れてもらえませんか? Okay, we got some ones. Lots of ones. Okay. It's 1, but I'll say 2. 3. Okay. What's the answer? Whoa. Okay, so it's 1. 遅れないように, right? So this is try not, right? 遅れないようにしてください. Please try not to be late, right? So you make an effort to not do this. Right? So like verb yoni, so it's like try to do that thing. And because here it's negative, it's try not to do that thing. And then, this is, I hope you'll be late. This teacher. The test starts at 11, so I hope you'll be late. And then this is, you have to be late. 遅れないといけない. It's bad if you're not late, right? Please don't. And then this one is, could you please be late? They're like, just like, could you just be late for me? Could you just fail the test for me? This teacher. Okay, anyway, good job. Okay, now we're in the rearranging grammar one. I feel like this one it's either really hard or easy. I guess depending on whether you like grammar or not. Okay. 私は本が好きで日本語の本. What do we think? いいです。みんな不合格です。先生。 Sensei hidoi. Okay, we got a number 4. 50冊持っています。Oh, もう。5. 4, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 4. 3, 3, 3. Slay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the answer is 4. And so what's happening here? Let me just, this is fine. Okay, 日本語の本を50冊も持っています。Okay. So this can be a tricky one. So when we're talking, so first of all, well, so this mo, what's happening is it's that like when the speaker thinks there's a lot of something, they say mo, right? So like nani nani mo motte imasu, nani nani mo arimasu, right? So it's like I think whatever number I just said is a big number. I think it's a lot. So that's why it'll be number mo and then verb. So usually like motteru or aru. And then o will come directly after the noun that you're referring to. So it'll be noun, which is book. So hon o, right? Hon o. And then the amount, right? Goju satsu, right? Satsu, that's the counter for books. Mo, right? Because we feel like there's a lot of them. Motteimasu, right? Motteimasu. Ding. That's what we get. 4. Okay, next one. 昨日 blank 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 のにどこかでなくしてしまったと思っていたメモを書いた見よう。Okay. I guess that's 4. Okay, lots of strong feelings about the number 4. And you're right. Yes, 見よう。So we get 昨日書いたメモを見ようと思っていたのにどこかでなくしてしまった。Right? So I thought that I would look at the memo that I wrote yesterday, but I lost it somewhere. Right? So what's happening here is this is like, right? So 昨日書いたメモ. So this is like modifying a noun, right? So we're saying what kind of memo is it? It's the memo that I wrote yesterday. And I thought I would look at it, right? Verb volitional. と思っていた. So I was planning to, or I thought I would. So I was planning to look at it. But, right? So this is like the disappointed particle. This is like the like I tried so hard to lose it all, but in the end it doesn't even matter, you know. This is like the I tried so hard but it didn't work out grammar pattern of even though I did this, I couldn't, it didn't work out, you know. And so then this is I lost it somewhere, right? So this is why this is how we get this. Okay, next up. All right, well, we're almost through. Good work, everybody. Okay, お客さんが来る予定が blank 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 ください。置いてあったら買ってジュースを。Fun fact about the word juice. So, I mean, obviously we have this word juice in English. But in Japanese, juice can refer to like almost any kind of like I guess like non-alcoholic drink. I mean, like I guess if it's specifically like tea, you'd call it like ocha or something, or like rokucha or whatever kind of tea you're drinking. But juice could be like actual fruit juice, or it could be like I don't know, like Gatorade or something like that. Like the label of things that can fall under juice is pretty wide. Anyway, okay. Do we have people guessing? Sorry. 3. Lots of 3s. Okay, let's check it out. Yes, the answer is 3. So we have お客さんが来る予定があったらジュースを買っておいてください。So what's happening here is this is teoku, right? So do in advance of a thing, right? So we're saying if you have guests coming over, right? So お客さんが来る予定があったら so if you're planning to have a guest over, please buy juice in advance, right? 買っておいてください。Okay. Blank, 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 blank. 私は赤ちゃんの時、よく泣いていたそうだ。の話によると、父。I feel like this type of question shows up a lot. Like after we go over the answer, I'll explain, but like I've definitely seen this question like come up in at least other videos we've done for sure. Okay. 2 to 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2 to 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. Okay, everybody's very confident. Love it. You're correct. 父の話によると, right. So what's happening here is we're saying according to what my dad says, or according to my dad's story, my dad's version of the story, I cried a lot when I was a baby. So this like person no hanashi and then ni yorito. So this is like according to this person's story, right? So according to. So I have seen this like blank no hanashi ni yorito pattern like appear in this narabikae mondai so many times. Ni yotte. I think it should. Chichi no hanashi ni yotte. According to my father. I think it should work here. 私は赤ちゃんの時 If there is a reason it wouldn't work, I don't know. I'll have to consult with my native experts, aka my coworker in the other room. Okay. Next up. All right. Only a few questions left. Power through. Okay. この頃、母は父が blank 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 なりました。興味を持つ。読んでいる。新聞に and ように。Okay, we've got some 4s. Any other guesses? 4. 1. 2. Okay, we're a little separate on this one. 2, 3, 4, 1. Should we check out the answer? Yomi. That's another 4. Okay. So the answer here is number 1. So what's happening? So we have この頃、母は父が読んでいる新聞に興味を持つようになりました。So first of all, so we have this ようになりました。So this is a grammar point that we should have learned, right? So where can I show it to you? ようになりました。So for example, here we have a verb in the in the dictionary form. So when it's dictionary form ようになる, it's like it has come to be this way. So like I have come to like, so like a person has come to change their habits in a certain way. And in this case, what's happening is that the mother has become interested in the paper that the father is reading. And so, right, so this is become interested, to gain an interest, 興味を持つ. And then what's happening here is we are modifying the noun shinbun. We are modifying the word newspaper, right? So it's 父が読んでいる新聞. So the paper that my father reads. Ni, right? And so when we use something, so to have interest in something is nani nani ni kyomi ga aru. Nani nani ni kyomi o motsu, right? So that's why it's shinbun ni kyomi o motsu. So that's how this one works out. Da, 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 da. Okay, cool on this one? Cool, cool? Cool, cool, no doubt? Okay. 友達が面白い形のメガネをかけてきた。blank blank 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 のメガネが欲しい。友達が私もかけていたあんな形。興味、意味。interest, like I'm interested in sports or okay, we have 3, we have 4. Dun, 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 dun. Another 3. I feel like the crux of these ones are always modifying nouns. It's like once you know where the noun goes, I think it's, you can like figure out where the rest falls into place. The noun is key. Okay, we got a 1, another 3, a 3 or a 4. Keeping our options open. I like it. We got a 4. Okay, so we're here and there and we're everywhere. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, so the answer is 3. And the way that we get this is, so my friend came wearing an interesting, like a pair of glasses in an interesting shape. And so we're saying that I also want those glasses, but so the way that it works is we say watashi mo, so I also, 友達がかけていたあんな形のメガネ, right? So again, the noun is key, right? So the noun here, megane, is being modified by this entire phrase. 友達がかけていたあんな形の. This is all modifying this noun, right? So 私も blah blah blah. So I also want these kinds of glasses, right? 私も欲しい. But we're using this entire phrase to modify megane, glasses. So the glasses, the glasses shaped that way that my friend wore. I also want. The glasses in that shape that my friend wore, I also want. That's how we get 3. All right. That's a tricky one. Watch out for the nouns. Watch out for the modified nouns. They'll get you. Okay. あさってご飯を食べに行きませんか? もちろんです。私は昼でもいいですか? 夜にしましょう。いいですが、どちらでも、夜でも。Second to last question. Or no, last question. I see 49 on my screen because I have the slowest internet. Yes, last question. Okay, give it your all. Do your best. Okay, we got a 1. We got another 1. We have a 2. Which one could it be? This problem is more like hinging on particles, I guess. Like this one's not so much about the noun as it is the particle. I guess sometimes it's about the particles too. I mean, technically it's about all of it, but usually if you know where the particles go, then as long as you can figure out where like the noun ends and the rest of like the particle and then the verb comes next, then you're golden. Okay. 1, 2, da 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 da, 2 or 4. Okay. Oh my god, I can't do a drum roll. I can't roll my R's. That was my biggest problem when I was studying Spanish. And I did that for a very long time. I have a speech impediment. Don't worry about it. Okay, the answer is 1. And let's talk about how we got there. So, right, so we have, do you want to go eat food together the day after tomorrow? Of course I do. I am good with either afternoon or evening, but which is good? Let's go at night. Right, so here we have, hiru demo, yoru demo, dochira demo ii desu. So this is, afternoon is fine, hiru demo, night is fine, yoru demo, dochira demo ii. That means either one is fine, right? Dochira is which, and we're saying dochira demo ii. Either is good, either is fine. Remember when we learned like question word demo, right? Like nan demo, anything, dare demo, anyone, right? So this demo, when it gets added here, it's basically like this is good and also other things are good. Like I'm fine with this, but I'm also fine with that kind of thing. Like it's not just this thing. So that's why we get dochira demo ii desu ga, dochira ga ii. So then here when we finish, so after ii desu ga, that's like a break in the thought. And then they're saying, but which do you prefer? Dochira ga ii desu ka? Right? So this is where they're asking what the other person wants. Yeah, so that's how this one works, right? Afternoon is fine. Nighttime is fine. Either one is fine. But what do you prefer? Which is good for you? Nighttime is good for me. Cool? We feel good? We kind of understand? That was our last question for today. Good work, everybody. Good way to power through. Thanks for joining us, after work, after school. Maybe it's the morning for you. I don't know. Maybe morning, evening, afternoon, nighttime, daytime. Yeah, but so this, we're all done. Yay! And then on Thursday, we have N5. And if you're N4 level or just like not N5 even, it's always good to review stuff. There are, like as I was making the content for our recent like grammar matome, like our recent like these are all the grammar points in the thing, there are grammar points that legitimately appear on both tests. It's like the JLPT can't even decide which is which because I guess you technically need, I think especially with beginner level, these are like the two that you would call beginner, N4 and N5. Everything builds on each other. So like you have to know things from N5 in order to do things in N4. Like ageru and then like te ageru. Like it all builds. It all comes together like a big puzzle. And then Yuka Sensei is going to be streaming next week. And then the week after that, all up until the JLPT. Got 3 weeks left to study. Hope you all do good. By the way, our new book comes out tomorrow. Woo! I'm so happy. We worked for a long time on it. I'm so happy. I feel like it came out really nice. I like the colors. Anyway, it's I Love Kanji. If you're interested in kanji, if you're studying for the JLPT, I think it's pretty fun because it has lots of pictures. So basically you study with pictures and memorization, like sentences. Like, that person lost their cow, right? So you're taking the pieces of a kanji, right? Like shitsu, to lose, and you're breaking it into its parts, right? So this is like from cow, top of cow is here in shitsu. And then person, right? Person. So it's a person and a cow, and the meaning is lose. So the person lost their cow. And then it also is filled with practice problems and all the necessary readings for your specific JLPT level and all the vocabulary words that you'll need for your specific JLPT level. Right now, N2 is already out, N3 comes out tomorrow. Woo! And they're both going to be available outside of Japan for the first time ever, also starting tomorrow. So even if you live across the world, If you're my mom in the US, you can buy the book. It's all in English, so I think it should help you with studying. Thank you and good night.